The first one and the most important one is that we should reduce the maximum age. We today have unlimited age for many categories and 32 or something for general candidate. This is too much. We don't want people to join the service after they have already spent a good part of their youth, let us say, which is the decade of the 20s. And then if you come at a later age, there is very little chance of your being able to reach the top positions, and that is a big disincentive to good performance because you never can reach. And everybody knows across the world that we need the idealism and the energy of the youth. And the IAS officer goes to the district where lots of challenges are there. So we need young people who have just got out of university. So I think the maximum age should be restricted to 28. And some people and many people actually say it should be 26. And necessarily the second change which should go with this is the number of attempts should be reduced. So maximum, we can't have a person, imagine the mindset of a person just preparing year after year, and then joining a service. And it is not the right mindset for the highest civil service in the country. So I think attempts should be maximum 3, ideally 2. But perhaps it may not be possible to do such a radical change quickly. And I think the time has also come when we think of doing away with the optional paper to provide a level playing field, because the justification for the optional paper given by the Kothari committee was that you are judging the candidate in the examination of graduation. But now a large number of engineers are sitting who are taking papers in geography or public administration or history. So we are not testing that knowledge, and therefore maybe good prepared general studies papers might be more useful. And I also think that we should not, many times people sit again and again for different services. I think we should restrict this to one, and protecting the seniority, the person can join the next year and get another time so that the training is not disturbed. And also there are many services in the examination which need not be part of this civil service examination. We have the Delhi civil service and police, and we have the secretarial service of the armed forces, and trade service and other things. So RPF can go into paramilitary and such changes, so that we are really holding an examination for just a couple of All India services and a few central services. Then the competition will be even better. And of course, I would recommend more people to be taken in by direct recruitment. Vacancies should be more because there is a lot of shortage. Districts have become many more, posts have become many. We need more direct entry candidates into the service.